Rob Kemp on the Spirit of Rock Show. 97.7.
Worst things have happened on that table.
I believe it. I've seen videos. We got her, somebody just outside Ottawa had her as a pet.
Really?
And yeah, almost all our animals. That's where we pretty much get them all from. They're all people's pets. Get ready for the playoff run, man.
That's good.
That's awesome.
That's super good. You get a good one?
I can't believe this.
They're afraid and they don't want to come up. They will cut off blood flow to non-essential parts of their body. They'll stop the blood from flowing to their arms, their legs, their tail. They can even shut down the digestion in their stomach. They'll stop blood flow to the stomach. I don't have to digest that kid right now. I'll just kind of sit tight. So any of the oxygen that's in their lungs goes to the essential organs, the heart, the liver, the brain, things they can't live without. The alligator resurfaces finally, takes a breath, and opens up these channels. We got her from somebody because she was sick. They had her as a pet, couldn't afford to take her to a vet, brought her to the zoo, and we knew what we were taking on. We knew she'd have to have surgery. But she had a Kong. If anybody's had a dog, those dog toys, she swallowed a Kong, and it was in her stomach, and she had a blockage, so she wasn't eating. So to get the Kong out, we had to do surgery, and we had to put her under to do the surgery. Well, if she gets afraid, thinks she's holding her breath, she stops blood flow to her body, and she almost died. Like, we were resuscitating her to try to bring her back for about 3 hours of waiting for her and keeping her heart beating. And what ended up happening is she cut off the circulation for so long that these toes died. But they looked completely normal, and it looked like they were kind of bad, but they looked normal. And then 3 weeks later, to give you an idea how tough they are, because this can happen even in the wild, the toes fell off. We still have the toes. It looks like, like 3 toes like this. And by the time the toes had fallen off, there was already a layer of skin behind it. She had completely healed behind it before the toes fell off. There was never an open wound. Oh yeah, zigzags. I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you're going to be in Florida, this is probably one of the worst pieces of advice that I've ever heard. If you're being chased by an alligator, they tell you to zigzag. And the reason they're telling you that is they're big animals with short legs, and they're fast. I mean, short distances are very fast. So if they get going, if you zig, they'll keep going in the same direction. They tend to keep going in the same direction. Like, they can't turn as fast. So you're running and you just cut this way, the alligator will tend to just keep going. So if you zig, the alligator is going to go that way. But if you go back and zag, you're going to go right back to where the alligator is. We tell people all the time that if you're ever being chased by an alligator, you don't actually have to outrun the alligator. You just got to outrun your slowest friend. So you're fine. You're fine. Cool.
Can I touch it?
This is touching.
Anywhere?
Yeah, just not near her head. You can touch her back or her tail.